Today on Keeping Up with the Cardassians, Boston Comic-Con, a peek inside Star Trek Beyond, the future of Trek gaming, and as always, a look back at Star Trek the magazine and cool shit to buy. Engage.
This isn't real.
Welcome to Keeping Up with the Cardassians. I'm your host.
I'm not really here.
And with me, to my left,
the Borg Queen melting in my outfit in this heat.
You know, you could have said the Borg King.
I could have. That would have made no sense at all because there was never a Borg King.
That's true. Nobody knows that it's hot for us right now. It's 1,000 degrees in California the day that we're recording.
At least 1,000 degrees.
At least 1,000. Kelvin.
At least.
Before we get started, terrible Trek news in the world happened over this weekend. Anton Yelchin, I believe I pronounced that right. I hope I pronounced that right. He died in his home in Los Angeles over the weekend. He's only fucking 27 years old.
That's really how we're starting this?
Yes.
With that?
We're dedicating the episode to him.
All right.
27 years old. In case you don't know, he is the actor that has played Scotty in the reboot franchise. Thoughts and prayers and whatnots.
Or just thoughts?
Just thoughts.
Beer to him? Yeah.
Oh, what are we drinking? I gave you a bottle today, so...
I actually know what I'm drinking today. We're drinking Sierra Nevada. I don't know why I said it that way. Sierra Nevada's Beer Camp Across America collaboration. This is the Pat Rye OT Revolutionary Pale Ale. Ale brewed with apples.
Ale brewed with ale? Ale brewed with ales and apples.
Ales and apples.
Apple ales?
Apple ales. It's delicious.
It is very refreshing on a hot summer's day.
It is a good beer. Hey, I have floaties in mine. I have apples in mine.
You have authenticity apples in yours?
You can really smell the apples in this.
You can. It's definitely right off the... right in the sniffer when you're going for your drink. I feel like we should give some information with our beer drinking. Like, hit you with some knowledge.
Boom! Beer knowledge! Like what? Wait.
Like... In case our listeners don't know, when you're drinking a fine craft brew such as this, you should have it in a glass, not in a bottle, for just such reasons, so you can smell it.
Smell it, let it breathe.
Well, there's other reasons, yeah,
right.
I know, but smelling is what I always think of, because that's half the taste.
And you get to see the, I'm going to imagine that's the apples. That's...
The color to it?
Well, no, I got a little bit of apples
I would assume so. It's bubbly for sure.
Yeah.
It's not dirty glasses, I'll tell you that. Wash those bitches myself.
Bar do you think we run here?
Not at all. Forget about it.
Well, it's good. I like it. It's a good summertime beer on this 1,000 Kelvin.
1,000 degrees Kelvin. Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely. I think that's... I'm no mathematician or scientist for that matter. But I'm pretty sure 1,000 degrees Kelvin is, sun-like. Oh, God. Where was I going with this? The website. The beer. You distract me with the hot temperatures. You can see this beer and maybe perhaps more information on this beer. Probably not. I haven't been able to find information on beers. It's really just I've been posting pictures of it. You can see the beer on our website, multiversepodcasting.com, in the Keeping Up with the Kardashians section. You can get more info on the cool shit to buy, but that'll be at the end of the episode.
Unless we don't like the beer, then we're not posting it.
That's true. There's a couple beers that we didn't like that I didn't put up there. Because fuck that. And fuck you. I had this beer camp pack. I've had it a couple of days now. I don't remember which one I had the other day, but it was fucking terrible. Absolutely disgusting. I don't recommend it.
I had one. I don't remember what the other one is. There's a porter or something in there that was pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't opened up that porter yet. Save that for a rainy day. A portery day.
Portery day.
You're supposed to drink porters in the fall.
Yeah, well, a long ways to go.
Yeah, I don't want to wait that long. I'm gonna drink it now. Okay. We're gonna start today with the biggest bullshit news on the list of today. And that is that William Shatner will appear at Boston Comic-Con 2016 to mark the 50th anniversary of the hit television series Star Trek.
You know, now that you're actually going into this, and I'm not just reading it, why?
Why is he doing Boston?
No. I mean, why do you bring it up? You don't like William Shatner.
I don't like William Shatner.
So
I don't like Boston Comic-Con for that matter. I didn't even know they had a Comic-Con.
So why?
I'm bringing this up because this is my point as to why I don't like William Shatner.
Okay.
Because he is going to Boston Comic-Con. Why isn't he going to San Diego Comic-Con?
Probably because he's been banned.
Into the microphone over here, sir. Probably because why?
Oh, you want me to say that out loud so everyone can hear?
It's just like, it's ridiculous. There's San Diego Comic-Con. There's an extraordinarily close second, New York Comic-Con.
True.
But it's like, no, I'm going to go to Boston Comic-Con. It's like, are you sure you don't want to do SoCal Comic-Con? It's in Oceanside. About 500 people show up every year. You don't want to do that one instead? Like, what the...
He's probably not allowed at that one either.
He's probably not allowed at that one either. It's just ridiculous. And to, like, top it off, the opening day of the convention, he is also throwing out the first pitch at the Red Sox game. Because William Shatner is going to go out and throw the opening pitch at a baseball game. That needs to happen. We're celebrating the 50th anniversary of Star Trek. I got to throw me some baseballs.
You know what would make it even better?
Avery Brooks is allowed to do that.
I was just going to say, wearing the Niners jersey from that episode.
William Shatner cannot fucking do that. It's absurd. Just, yeah.
I feel like...
I keep moving this paper and the fucking fan keeps blowing it away.
I've lost my train of thought.
Oh, God.
I feel like William Shatner throwing out the first pitch, he's gonna hurt himself.
I hope so. I hope that's televised. Can all see it.
Break a hip.
Captain of the Enterprise injured in a pretend throw. That's great. That's fabulous. I can't wait. I don't watch baseball, but I will watch Shatner throw out that pitch if they actually fucking put it on television.
I will tune into ESPN just to see that.
Oh, fuck. There's a second article on here that I just realized I didn't put on the paper, but I'm going to bring up briefly. Star Trek podcast, the official Star Trek podcast, Engage, I believe it's called. Okay, first of all, you shouldn't listen to that because this should be the only Star Trek podcast you do listen to. I have to say that just by default. But I did listen to it. I listened to the first episode, and I'm contemplating listening to the second episode. And for it being the official Star Trek podcast, it was not very good.
What?
It was bullshit, honestly.
This doesn't look very officially.
I really didn't care for it.
This Engage.
Yes.
Is the official...
Yeah, we're going to talk shit about a different podcast on our podcast. That's how we roll.
Yeah, we are. And lots of pictures. They go places.
Engage. It's done by Play It, which apparently is like a CBS company. It's like a CBS podcasting company or like some weird shit like that because CBS needs a fucking thing.
So they get access to all the good stuff. They post a lot of stuff from Star Trek.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that's why they're going forward is like, hey, podcasts are so popular right now. Why don't we do one? Because there's literally, dozens of other Star Trek podcasts to listen to. Like this fabulous one, Keeping Up with the Cardassians, the only one you need.
Right.
But...
the only one.
Correct. The two anchors are... I don't even know if it's two guys. It was two guys in the first episode, and then it was all like, you don't really know this is a thing. Like, I think he was interviewing this guy for Pretend. He was, like, interviewing him, telling him that there's going to be a Star Trek podcast. I'm like, that's what it was about?
There's three.
There's three.
Simon, Jamie, and Phil.
The two guys that were on the first one, there's a number of hate comments in their review section, too.
Three guys talking about Trek 2 centuries early.
yeah, that's I
Oh,
don't
they
even know what to
posted
say.
bios. Why are the people hating on them?
I don't because it's not good. If you listen, I don't. Oh, again, I don't want to like
You don't want to trash talk
hate.
them?
Yeah, I don't want to trash talk.
Because they're going to come and listen to ours and be like,
Yeah, they're
okay.
gonna come listen to this fabulous one and see how.
And then CBS is going to come up and be like, cease and desist.
If anything, I'm more worried about the actual Cardassians bitching about our fucking podcast. But there again, this isn't me. I will minorly quote from a number of the articles, reviews that I read about it, and it was just they don't seem authentic. Like, it just seems like two guys who kind of know a little bit about Star Trek are talking Star Trek, which is okay in general. Like, anybody can talk about Star Trek.
Right.
We're saying Star Trek too much. It's fucking catching in my throat. But when you are the now official licensed Star Trek podcast, I mean, why didn't you give it to Will Wheaton? Off the top of my head. Or, you know, I feel like there's better people.
Or Nerdist.
Yeah, there's better people to handle the podcast than...
Or us.
Yeah, or us. Fucking pay me for it. I
Fucking
won't.
call my agent.
You don't have an agent.
Email me.
Email my
Gmail.
Gmail.
Touch it with my agent.
Okay, enough of the shit-talking news. We're going to talk about real things now.
That was a lot of shit talking.
That was a lot of shit-talking. That was 11 minutes of shit-talking.
That was not 11 minutes of shit talking.
Absolutely was.
All right. Well,
In a recent interview with IGN, by the looks of it, Simon Pegg talked about Star Trek Beyond. And specifically about the... I want to say tie-in with DS9, but it's not really a tie-in with DS9. It's just more like they created a deep space station, the Yorktown, and that's the central focus for the movie. Is their
that says it's supposed to be like they're not. It's not an actual tie-in, right? They're not.
no, it's
They're just
not,
using that
yeah,
as an example. Okay.
correct. Because Deep Space Nine is like, oh, there's so many different species came and intermingled with the Federation, bureaucracy, what the fuck ever.
Well, there's spaceships or space stations in the original series that could have touched on instead.
Right. But DS9 is just,
Everybody knows it.
yeah.
Okay.
But that's essentially
Makes sense.
what they're doing at the Yorktown in the new Beyond film. And everybody's really excited about it because it's like, yay, it's somewhat related to the Star Trek we all know and love. But then it is also the point of anger towards Krall, because he apparently is a space Nazi. Doesn't want species intermingling. No intermingling species.
So he's literally a space Nazi.
From what I gathered from this article, yes, he is absolutely a space Nazi. I'm surprised that's not a B-movie genre. There's space Vikings. And there's space zombies.
I'm sure there is.
There's Nazi zombies, but not
space zombies?
space Nazis. We may be onto something. Copyright. Keeping up with the Cardassians.
Pending. Emailing my agent right now.
Space Nazis. Email at your Gmail. Okay, but
I'm so distracted today. I have agent
Yeah.
today. So
this is what happens when we plan.
So they're selling this whole thing off as going back to the roots of Star Trek, Gene Roddenberry's original vision of diversity.
Right.
Well, with the I-dick in there, the infinite diversity, infinite something.
Knowledge?
Yes, thank you.
I'm just assuming with the acronym. But
Which they got away from.
no, they did. They definitely went in a different direction with the previous two movies, specifically Into Darkness. But yeah, I mean, Peg is pretty straightforward about it, that he's wanting to go back to a more Trek familiar universe with Beyond.
So he should continue writing.
Yeah, he should continue writing.
Which is the next question. Is this the last one? Is this a trilogy? Are they doing more?
You know,
Are they going to keep going with this?
film franchise for Star Trek is, it's not like, oh yeah, we got to do 3 and we're done.
Right.
I would say it's going to come down to how successful it is. Not this particular movie, given what happened with Into Darkness and how successful the television series next year will be.
Well, don't lie to us. Tell us it's one thing when it's not. Like you said, Simon Pegg's pretty straightforward in this and adamant on being back to Star Trek. So, is it still going to be familiar enough to the other movies where it'll keep the new fans coming in? But
I think that's the issue, is bringing in new fans, and I think that's what they're going to base it off of. If it's just like, it's not like it's not going to make good money, because there are plenty of Star Trek fans out there. But I mean, is it going to go out and compete against a Marvel movie, or, I mean, Independence Day is out this weekend. Is it going to do those kind of numbers? And then with Star Trek's biggest competitor right now is the comic book industry, both in film and television, which is weird to say. The comic book industry, but not in, book sales. It's just, they're going to have to make a decent amount of money, and honestly, given what had just recently happened over the weekend with them losing their Chekhov,
that's going to depend on how big of his part is in this movie.
Because he wasn't...
I don't want to say he wasn't.
We don't want to speak ill of the dead.
But his character wasn't that big.
He wasn't that big of a character, especially in the last one.
Yeah. And I think it'll be successful this year because of the 50th anniversary and all the big premiere at Comic-Con in San Diego.
But then when it comes down to it, because the television series isn't until next year.
Gives everybody something to wait for. Go see the movie 3 times.
Yeah.
And then buy it on Blu-ray. Or download it.
Oh God, there's... We're living in a world of Star Wars right now, too. There's fucking Star Wars to compete with.
That's true.
Does that
come out before the TV series?
Yes. Rogue One will be out before the Star Trek television series.
It doesn't help that CBS is only going to stream Star Trek either. That is not a helping.
They're giving away the first episode, which is a good sales tactic.
They just did that with, speaking of the comic book world, they just did that with Outcast. Outcast, they put the pilot episode out there on HBO for everybody to see. They put it on Hulu for everybody to see. But everything else now is on Cinemax because Cinemax picked it up.
Right.
So now you have to go and it's a good show. Is it good enough for me to spend $10 a month for Cinemax to watch one show?
And I mean, I'm sure their relevance for that would be like Game of Thrones. I mean,
right.
Game of Thrones, you kind of need HBO, but it's also the most pirated thing out there.
Right.
So CBS is just encouraging illegal downloading, I guess. That's what they fucking want.
Thanks, CBS.
CBS endorses illegal downloading. All right.
Bootleg that.
Well, moving on to something that you probably can't bootleg. E3 was over the weekend, and they announced Star Trek Bridge Crew, a VR Star Trek game. I'm going to let you take this one.
It looks really, really cool. VR has come a long way since I was a kid.
It's come a long way in, like, the last year and a half.
That's true. I remember last year at Comic-Con where they gave you the little...
the fucking box.
The boxes, the Google box, put on your face, and you run around with that on your face.
I mean, I think not to, like, take off Star Trek from right here, but the big announcement that came out of E3 is that Sony is going to be VR ready this year. You can go get, whatever the fuck they're calling it, Sony's VR platform will be out this fall.
I think Sony's going to beat Xbox to it, but I'm pretty sure I saw something. Xbox made an announcement about it as well.
I know
their brand new platform.
Yeah, I know Xbox had announced a new platform, something smaller this week, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we finally got you, Sony." And then it's all like, "Well, we got VR now."
Well, Xbox announced the smaller, sleeker Xbox One, but in addition to that, they also, way off Star Trek here, they also announced a brand new gaming platform to actually compete with Sony. And I do believe it was going to be having the VR and everything with it.
fucking
It's
better
going to be. The price is up there again.
Well, yeah, I mean...
First gen technology.
For those of you at home, VR stands for virtual reality.
Do we really have to throw that out there?
I didn't say it.
Should we call it holodeck technology?
Holodeck, yes. This is fucking individual holodeck time with yourself in your bedroom.
Well, actually, this is not. You need 4 players for this.
I did see that. It was like, you need a fucking bridge crew. You and like 5 other buddies, because you guys are going to pretend fly through space on your couches together.
So I don't know where he downloaded this. I would give these guys credit for this, because he basically talks about him and 3 of his friends. One of them's a captain. One of them's a tactical officer. One of them's the engineering guy trying to keep power and shields up. And I don't know if there's like a helmsman. He doesn't really talk about what the 4th person's doing.
Everybody's fucking doing.
But yeah, it sounds sweet. If it's on Sony, I will buy it for Sony. If it's on Xbox, I will buy it for Xbox.
Just get a goddamn fucking.
If it's VR, I'll just buy it.
Just get a VR.
If it's Oculus, did you?
Yeah, because there's 3 of them, isn't there?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Actually, I think Oculus is the one who actually put it out.
I'm citing sources. I want to say.
And of course, it's the Klingons attacking. Of course.
Racists?
Well,
Klingons always attacking?
It's always the Klingons. Why can't we have the Romulans, those devious creatures? They have no honor.
They do. They do, too. I believe this individual article is exploring the final frontier in VR, the Star Trek Bridge Crew video game. It's by Rexley Penafort. Wow. Penne, Florida. Penne, Florida.
Penne.
That seems like a pen name. And this is off tomshardware.com.
So, whatever I have pulled up here, I didn't read the thing, but it is... Star Trek Bridge Crew will be released in autumn of this year on the Oculus Rift, the HTC Vive, and the PSVR. So PS has already beaten Xbox to it. HTC has their Vive. I didn't know HTC was doing that, but
yeah, I thought it's like just with your phone. Who's the company for Oculus?
I think Oculus is their own
It's
company.
Just like their own thing. They're not owned by Apple or fucking somebody else. I was going to say, obviously not Microsoft or Sony, if Sony's doing their own.
I don't even want to see the price. Yeah, they're their own company. That's what. You
sure Tesla? That's not like Elon Musk's side project?
Somewhere, somehow involved in that. Oh, yeah, VR. Yeah, don't tell anybody. That's my shit.
Had that shit done in the 80s.
What the fuck have you guys been?
Oh, God. Okay, so just because we're on time right now, last subject for the day is Star Trek books. Get your reading on. Personally, I love the fucking extended universe and the novels. I don't know if you've read anything yourself.
I honestly haven't picked up a Star Trek book since I was in high school. I have a stack of them from the 90s.
Have you read any of them?
I did. I read them back when I was in high school and post-high school.
Well, for our listeners who maybe want to start a new series, there is a new series that is going to start up. It looks pretty goddamn interesting. It's called Hell's Heart, which will be the first book in the Star Trek Prey series, a trilogy, if I'm not mistaken. And the story is in between the time of Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, and the beginning of Star Trek The Next Generation. You want to read the synopsis on that?
So a young Captain Picard. What am I picking up from?
Right there.
Ooh, it's Klingons. It's Klingons.
That's why I handed it to you.
Klingons. Those Klingons. Krug,
that's Doc Savage, Doc fucking... Oh my god. Oh, why can't I remember his name right now? Back to the Future.
Oh.
Because he plays that Klingon. Doesn't he?
Really?
Yes.
So this is an actual Klingon? Wait, this is actually happened?
That's the fucking... Read it out loud. That's why I handed it to you. Fuck.
Okay, so Commander Krug died in the combat against Kirk on the Genesis planet. And
Spoiler alert.
22.
I'm sorry.
Spoiler alert. If you didn't see, search for Spock. Where was I? Oh yeah, the Genesis planet. He left behind a powerful house in disarray. Really, a series of ticking time bombs. Where did you download this from?
That's off of StarTrek.com.
Okay.
Yep, Christopher Lloyd plays Krug, and he
right.
is Doc in Back to the Future.
The Phantom Wing, a secret squadron of advanced birds of prey. Whoa. I'm gonna have to read this now. But
We should get a free copy for endorsement. StarTrek.com.
A bunch of loyal officers intent on securing his heritage, and a young Korg, which I'm assuming is his son.
Yeah, I'm sure.
His thwarted would-be heir, willing to wait a Klingon lifetime to enact his vengeance. That's so Klingon. Fucking Klingons. Anyway, sorry. 100 years later, mission from the planets, blah blah blah. Picard and the Enterprise are snared in the aged Korg's trap. So this isn't actually. Is this an Enterprise episode or a Next Generation episode? Is it like something they touch on in the episode?
I don't know. That doesn't sound familiar.
Thrust directly in the middle of the ancient conflict, Commander Worf soon learns Korg may be after a far bigger game than anyone imagines.
Wait, so
if Commander Worf is...
They got stuck in a 100-year-old trap?
Yeah, apparently.
That's shitty.
Into the middle of an ancient conflict. Through the Enterprise snared in some Klingon trap in the middle of an ancient conflict. So, Worf's a commander already. Which means that puts it at like season 3,
at least
4.
Yeah, at least 3.
Bigger than anyone imagines. Key, blah blah blah. First, wait.
I can't imagine this being an episode.
So this was discovered by another first officer of the Enterprise. Okay, that's kind of vague. Which Enterprise?
Then
confronting the Federation Klingon alliance with a crisis unlike any it has ever seen. Available September 27th.
$7.99. That's a deal. Buy the paperback.
$7.99 in the U.S.
We're trying to destroy
52 pages.
Trying to destroy the digital market. You should always buy hardcover.
I always buy paperback. Paperback. I don't like hardcover. Paperback, and I don't like digital.
Why don't you like hardcover?
I can't fold the cover back.
That's the point.
Yeah,
You can beat the shit out of people, though.
Yeah, that's true. All my Game of Thrones books are hardcover. You beat the shit out of people with those.
How many different franchises have we discussed in the Star Trek
Like
podcast?
the 4th or 5th one.
That's okay. We're equal opportunity geeks at keeping up with the Cardassians.
Anyway, Star Trek Prey, Hell's Heart. That sounds like a series. It sounds like it should be a series.
It is a series. I said that. Hell's Heart is the first part of the Prey series.
Oh.
You ain't fucking listening.
No, I'm not.
It said it was supposed to be a trilogy, supposedly. But it's like, if they do good, then, hey, maybe we'll write 4 or 5 more. So go pick that up. When does it come out?
September 27th.
September the 27th of this year, 2016. In case you're listening to this 3 years from now, it's probably already out.
Yeah. Like reading an old Star Trek magazine.
Right. Like reading an old Star Trek magazine. Speaking of which, we'll catch up with reading our old Star Trek magazine and cool shit to buy after the break. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Keeping up with Cardassians, of course.
Cardassians have no honor.
They might.
No, I'm pretty sure he said he didn't.
Oh, okay.
He was in Deep Space
Who?
Nine.
Who?
Worf.
Who said such things?
A Klingon.
A Klingon?
Klingon who had sex with a Trill. Trill? That's what their race is called, right? The Trills.
I don't know. We know. Don't be mistaken. We're just misinformed at the moment. Maybe, but that just doesn't sound right to me right now. I guess, like, fuck, Jadzia, Dax, and her symbiont.
The House of Dax.
Yeah, fucking Trill doesn't sound right to me now that. Oh my god, what an awful way to come back from break.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah, we're just gonna dead air this real quick. And I don't know. I thought you were looking it up. I got a magazine right now.
Trill.
You have a phone,
The Trill symbiote.
Yeah, that was Trill. We know what we're talking about. Fuck off.
What are you talking about? Ooh, they're so ugly. Ugh. That was very. Yeah.
You don't know what the hell you're doing, do you?
Yeah. I'm looking at the picture they
We're
posted.
fucking. We're doing our.
What are we doing?
Our segment, Star Trek the Magazine, where we go through the old magazine series and pull something interesting out to tell you about.
From 1999.
This is from 1999.
What are we going to do? We're going to party like it's 1999.
That's true. Got my... Oh, I'm trying to think of something from 99. I can't. I was going to say Mountain Dew, but I was like, people still drink that now, don't
Code
they?
Red. People still drink Code Red. Gamers still drink
No,
Code
yeah,
Red.
that's a thing. It's relevant.
Still.
Well, now that Baja Blast is getting bottled, I think it's getting waned out.
Ecto Cooler.
Ecto Cooler. Isn't that the Kool-Aid, but for Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
We're getting too many franchises.
I'm just trying to think of something from 99.
Ghostbusters was the 80s, and then
Yeah,
the 2016s.
2016s. It's like I carried it away yet. Let's wait till that. Is that movie been released?
Almost.
Yeah,
pretty soon. I think
wait.
it's August.
Let's wait till it's released. And
The
see
only
how
thing
angry
I know
it
for
is.
sure is Independence Day is this week.
Is it this week?
It is this
Oh my
week.
god, I know what I'm doing.
Not going and seeing Independence Day because I haven't seen X-Men yet.
I haven't seen X-Men yet either.
I haven't seen a number of things yet. I want to go see Independence Day, but it's like, I'm so behind.
Anywho, Cardassians, no honor.
Coming from Worf, that literally means nothing. Star Trek the Magazine. What issue do I hold in my hand currently? July 1999, issue number 3. A little interview they did for Michael Westmore, and if you don't know who that is, good. Not good, but, you know, don't feel bad, because neither did I until I opened this up. But he is... Who is he? That was a question for you.
I thought he did like all the makeup and shit.
Yeah, he does all the makeup and shit. That's exactly what he does. I was testing you to make sure you read this before we started recording.
I didn't read this. I read the other one.
Oh. Well, sometimes life throws you curveballs.
Good thing I knew who he was.
Yeah, we were going to talk about the other guy, Peter
Lawrenson. The supervising producer.
He did special effects.
But he did like, well, so did...
This guy did no, because this guy fucking did makeup literally forever and ever, and I like this one a bit better because he did character design and fucking species design. Like, he's the guy responsible for how the Borgs and the fucking Herosian and basically everyone else looked over the time from Next Generation through the films, including DS9 and including Voyager. He had a hand in doing the Dominion, designing characters for the Jen Hadar, Cardassians, obviously as stated, Bajorans, and the evolution of the Borgs. Because if you look at fucking the first episode, the first appearance of the Borg, and then you look at how they look in First Contact, it's like, okay, yeah, that happened to them in 5 years. How long?
The evolution of makeup, man.
Yeah, they keep saying how advanced they were for thousands and thousands of years, but they really only got their shit together recently.
Just so happens in the past 5 years, they're like, hey, technology.
We spent the last millennia in these black jumpsuits with some PVC and some electrical cords.
It was the 80s. You know how old Michael Westmore is?
How old is Michael Westmore?
He's 78 years old.
I bet he wasn't that old when he worked on this shit 20 years ago. 30 years ago. Is he really 78?
He is really 78.
Is he? Do they have him like consulting?
Guess what he does?
What does he do?
Face Off on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
I'm going to assume he's one of the judges.
He cites a particular favorite of his, the evolution of Worf's forehead.
Worf's forehead evolved?
Have you not seen the first season of Next Generation?
Yeah, but he was such a minor character.
No, that shit was... Oh my god. No.
Well, now that you have the picture there, yes, I see that.
Yes, the picture is. It's right there. But, I mean, what he also did was he...
Trills?
Yeah, he was Yes, Trills. And he did the makeup and would hand do the Trill makeup and famously Chakotay's sexy eyebrow tattoo. What does this say? He's done it so many times that he could take a piece of paper and draw it. He's done it exactly that, especially for us. That's stupid. It's not stupid, it's pretty cool. But, well, it's not like overly detailed, if you know what Chakotay's face looks like. But he's the guy responsible for all these awesome, awesome things.
To do the thing on Jadzia's spots by hand.
Okay, but I mean, if you think about it, I'm sure he had a stencil for the most part, and 90% of the time, it's only side of the face.
Only side, the two
but
sides. But there's that one episode.
There's
where
every
she's
few
in
episodes where
a
it's
bikini,
full,
where they went all the way down the body, and you're like, what?
I'm sure they did that with a couple of people. But he's the one who did it originally, even though if you look at it, it's just leopard spots. I don't care what anybody fucking says.
Maybe that was his inspiration.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Really
Actually, he does cite that. He cites designing aliens as things that people already are aware of instead of making, wild fucking assumptions and random body parts and shit like that. Continuing on. Should I read weird things out of his biography?
If there are, yes.
Despite coming from a famous Hollywood family and having an uncle, Bud Westmore, in the makeup business, the young Michael Westmore had other ideas. Quote, I was an art history major at the University of California in Santa Barbara. When I was a junior, my uncle, who was in charge of makeup at Universal, called me and asked me if I wanted to apprenticeship. That's bullshit. You had an uncle in the business and he gave you a fucking internship? Yeah, you worked hard to get into your job. Dick.
Alright, so we went from his biography to dissing him in under 30 seconds.
Well, he does good work, even if he fell ass backwards into it. I'm reading things about data.
Where did he go?
Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara. I don't know why I was thinking Berkeley. I'm like, a makeup school at Berkeley.
Yeah. Why not?
Santa Barbara.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think that's
good makeup. Yeah, there's your evolution of the Borg right there. The Borg Queen from First Contact.
From the Borg Queen at the beginning of the episode. Oh god. And again, we're just going to reiterate, if you ever have a chance to pick up Star Trek V Magazine, not Star Trek Magazine, check it out. There's so much cool shit in there. We have a fucking there's pullouts in every single one of these. I am
fucking ship cutouts.
Really debating whether or not I should pull these out now and hang them up on the wall. I would, cool, but at the same time, it's like, you can't do that. This
class
is
right there.
Collector.
Yeah.
I know the briefing for this issue is the Enterprise E, the Weapons and Defense, which is fucking awesome because they give these detailed layouts.
What's that? That's one of those.
This is from First Contact.
Oh.
It briefly shows up in that scene right there.
Yeah.
After they blow it up and it flies right in front of camera, it's one that totally looks like the NX-01, but it's not.
It's a more advanced NX-01.
They also have a briefing on this issue in weapons.
Oh.
Rifles, fucking mines.
Phaser rifle.
They even go on the anti-changeling device that was fucking used in DS9. So much shit. And transporters. They give you detailed layouts for transporters and pattern emitters and fucking enhancers.
In case you want to build one. Do it. Someone out there build one. I hate driving to work. If I could have a transporter, or shellcraft. I'm going to build a shellcraft.
Site-to-site transport?
Yeah.
See, shuttlecraft is, possible, but it's a lot of money.
Yeah. Figure it out. Just
fucking do it. Send us one, too.
Yeah.
Just get a helicopter.
That's a lot of money.
It's this century's.
I want a warp reactor.
I don't think that's real. It could be. I've seen Fact or Fiction a couple of times.
It seems so simple, though. All you do is create a warp field bubble.
Yeah. Ask Scotty. He'll tell you all about it.
Build one. Anyway, moving on.
Moving on to the final segment of the day. Cool shit to buy. These items may be featured on the website multiversepodcasting.com/keeping up with the Cardassians. I think you can do that. I think if you really don't want to go to our homepage, I think you can put the / and just go to keeping up with the Cardassians. I could be wrong. Just go to the website. Don't listen to me. I'm crazy.
Or just go to it one time and save as favorites.
Save as favorites. Subscribe. Like us on Facebook. All kinds of things. You're number one on the
We
thing.
should have an app.
I'm not gonna.
Come on, app development.
Do you know how much of a pain in the ass it is to do the website? I'm not gonna
no
fucking
idea.
do the app too. Shut up. Your first thing on
All right,
cool shit
cool
to buy.
shit to buy. I'm just gonna say, if I wasn't married, I'd be broke because of all the cool shit to buy.
There's a lot of cool shit to buy.
So, Star Trek Risk, which is awesome. I feel like I don't need to say anymore.
There's no risk in Star Trek.
Let me see the cover. Are all the captains on there?
All the captains.
Even Archer's on there. Oh. So what do we got? $50 for this game? I paid $49.95 for that.
And that is through StarTrek.com, but in all honesty, you can probably find it at any local.
I'd find it on Amazon.
I find it at Toys R Us.
There's Toys R Us are still around.
Oh my god, yeah, I went. I've been going to them because I found out about them, and they're so fabulous in there. It's great.
What do you mean you found out about it? Like you stumbled upon it? What is this archaic
Stumbled upon
building?
it at Toys R Us. It's right next to an abandoned Blockbuster. On my way to the fucking record store. Those are a real thing now. That's relevant again, so.
Yeah, records, yeah. I saw one the other day. Or last week, I don't remember one.
So Star Trek Risk. It's basically Risk, but
Risk,
Star
yeah.
Trek themed.
Star Trek themed Risk.
This is mine. Don't look at.
I'm sorry. I am looking at that.
Don't look at my.
But that
my
looks
item.
awesome.
This is expensive. This is fingers crossed. So this is a little bit of fuck you to the listeners. I apologize because this is a Comic-Con exclusive. And it is a $60 retail for Comic-Con exclusives. So the only chance you would have if you're not going to be at the convention is buying online, and I guarantee this thing is going to sell for over $100. If you are familiar with the Monitor Mates, they're kind of like build your own metal objects. There's so many different lines. They're basically mini models, essentially. And Entertainment Earth exclusively is releasing this at Comic-Con, and it is a 24-karat gold-plated Enterprise that you can purchase.
Old constitutional
Put together.
Constitution class Enterprise by the looks of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it comes with a non-damaging adhesive pad, because that's all you really need to know.
So now the question is, so I see you can add to cart.
Pre-order.
So you have to pre-order. How many are there?
It's a good fucking question.
Oh, write that booth number down. Oh man, the booth number's on there.
Booth number 2343.
What? What?
This is literally on the internet. Anybody can find out. You can go to Entertainment Earth and fucking find this.
So you pre-order and you can pick it up at Comic-Con?
That is what I'm unclear on, because I know Steve at Toy Wars also does pre-orders for Comic-Con things, but I don't understand the purpose of it being because it says right here it is a convention exclusive if you can order it online. So I don't think you can order it online. I think you can pay for it and then
pick it up.
So you're not
or
blowing all your money.
To you after Comic-Con.
Blowing all your money after the convention. But yeah, this is a fucking 24-karat gold-plated Enterprise model. Why the fuck not?
Right.
Why the funsies not? Item number 3.
Star Trek 50 years, man. It's all about it. What do we got? IDW is doing a 50th anniversary cover celebration. And that looks to be the original crew on there, huh?
Yep.
52 pages? And this is on... Oh, this is August of this year? Coming out? So IDW is releasing this August in the year. So what's the...
This is the main description that they give, the whole layout for...
A collection of the greatest Trek covers from across the galaxy, from Kirk to Klingon, Bones to Borg. It's all here. So what is this? Just a book of covers?
I don't know. It looks awesome. I think it is just a comic book by IDW, and they're all just going to be like covers.
All their best covers is in one spot.
I'm assuming, but I like the IDW Star Trek series. I don't read it. Let me be more clear on that. I like the art in the Star Trek IDW series. I don't actually read the series, but I follow the artists on social media. They do. I don't know. I just like the art of the whole thing. So it doesn't say the cover price. It doesn't give an exact August release date, but I can't imagine this being more than $10. I doubt it'll be hardcover. It'll probably just be a regular softcover book. 52 pages is a standard comic, so I don't think there's going to be anything too extravagant about it. So, I mean, this is like perfect, on a budget, go buy something cool for the 50th anniversary. This would be your cheap go-to.
Yeah, your keepsake for 50 years.
Fucking buy 2 of them. Never open one of them ever again. Tear the shit out of the other one.
Grate it and put it in a plastic case. I don't know if that's
CGC.
necessary.
I was trying to think of who the fuck it was. CGC, that's who it is. Yeah, why wouldn't it be necessary? It's a comic, it's Star Trek, it's collectible. In all honesty, we should have these magazines graded.
Probably.
That's for another day. Alright, and to wrap up today's cool shit to buy, again, is from Etsy. I have to do an Etsy shout out. Purgatory Pen Pals. Purgatory is the name of the shop. I will have a link for this up on the website. And this item is a Jean-Luc Picard prayer candle. And it looks exactly like it sounds like a prayer candle, but of the one and only Patrick Stewart as Jean-Luc Picard. There's an Enterprise and a Borg cube in the background. He's dressed up as Jesus, and it's fabulous.
He's not dressed up as Jesus. He's dressed up as Mary.
Whatever. Jesus, Mary.
Another picture. Picard. Let me see the other pictures. I gotta see another picture.
Oh, there's more. There's just like different ones. They have a whole bunch of pop culture individuals. I'm assuming he does have more than Picard.
Probably why it's called Purgatory.
Yeah, his entire shop is just nothing but pop culture prayer candles. But he does have a Jean-Luc Picard in there. It is amazing. It is $12.99, and I'm unclear on the price of shipping because I clicked out of it. But $20 total for a fucking Captain Picard.
So you can pray to the Star Trek gods.
Yes, which is all we really need to do.
With Sir Patrick Stewart by your side.
I'm gonna see if I can find shipping on this now. I'm sure it depends on area,
location,
and whatnot.
We ship internationally.
Well, that'll do it for Keeping Up with the Cardassians today.
Another fun episode.
Be sure to go to multiversepodcasting.com, check out all of our cool shit. Tune in to Multiverse Radio Chatter 1 week from today, where we are having our next Multiverse Challenge.
Is that a week from today already?
It's a week from today.
I bet it's going to be 1,000 degrees that day, too.
I hope not. Don't say such things. But that is between Jesus, newcomer, and myself. And Ross has actually told me he is going to be on the judging panel for next week. He is finally going to show up.
Really?
And you've heard it first here. This will be like my official announcement for this at the end of Keeping Up with Cardassians. Ross and I are doing a new show.
Oh, dear.
We're adding to the Multiverse podcasting regimen.
What are you two putts going to do?
We are going to talk about news and how absurd life is. We're also going to be giving information.
The Bernie Sanders supporter is going to talk about absurd life. And how
We're not going to be
everything
political.
should be free.
No political views with Multiverse Podcasting.
I'm calling right now.
We're calling bullshit.
Bullshit
news.
to that right now.
We'll wait and see. The show forthcoming is going to be called How to Be Wicked Smart with Broch and Ross. Hopefully we are recording this week and we will be up and running in the next month or so. But be sure to look out for that.
Check it out. Follow it. Just. You know how you open it up and Google's your homepage? Well, when you open up your fucking browser, it should
Make
just be
Multiverse Podcasting
your homepage. You want us to put a search bar in there? We'll see what we can do.
Go on there because there's a link to our Facebook page where you don't even have to leave the website to like our Facebook page. It's right at the top
Just
next to the
click it.
logo. You can just click it and it's right there. There's so much cool shit on the website too. Go and comment on the fucking Multiverse Challenge Graveyard because there's comment sections for each one of those now. There's video casts too if you want to see mine, my pretty face, and Marty's additional face. You can watch us with the video cast for Multiverse Radio Chatter.
I'm just going to put it out there right now. I will never do a video cast.
I know you won't do a video cast. That's
This
why.
face was made for radio.
It's okay. I post pictures of you on there anyway.
That's true. Shit.
It's already up there in the Multiverse Radio Chatter Graveyard. That will do it for Keeping Up with the Cardassians this week. Signing off
Live long and prosper.
in cooler temperatures.